Alright, ladies and gentlemen, ducks and dogs, we're going to test DR Ignite v3b for Wizzy. This is the part of the playtest where I intentionally show you how long it takes to download the map from a server. And in order to fill the dead time, I try to entertain you with my voice. Doesn't always work though. This is probably about a fifth of the time that people get into the videos before turning off anyway. So how have you been? Things been good, yeah? Weather, not too bad? Quarantine not getting you down? Lovely stuff. Oh, you've got a new dog! Oh, that's nice. Hey! I don't remember how big this is actually. I do remember that it was repacked. Nice. Was nice. And that Wizzy has used MP3s and hasn't got many sounds in the map, so they've kept it quite a reasonable size, which is fantastic. Don't like massive maps. It's quality, not quantity. Here we go. Check the volume.
5,
Too loud.
4, 3, 2.
Serial precache file, error loading VMT files for... Oh, that's PlayStation. Anything else? No, just PlayStation. Developer 1 on. Whew. Right, okay. Free run enabled, insta-win enabled, thank you. Hello, folks. So I'd not actually played this map before, I don't think. I know I have played Ignite a long time ago, but it was more fiery and less officey. So I know this is just a bug fix, so hopefully people will be able to tell us that... Good, can't spray on things? Oh dear. Failed to load blank sound, file probably missing from disk/repository. That's probably the training annotation, so you can ignore.
Pyro is polling.
Ooh, this looks like potential HDR. Make sure HDR is enabled. Wow, this looks interesting. Why is that red and blue, I wonder? Odd. I used red and blue in Steamworks Extreme to indicate different directions. Maybe here you're using them to indicate the start and end point of a trap? Not sure. I think maybe those red and blue hazard stripes are a little bit too noisy for my taste, a little bit too visually noisy. I'd prefer to use something more subtle to mark a hazard area. Looks posh. Music's rather strange. Feels like it's missing a bass line or something. I'm really hoping that the activator hasn't got a poor time of this, because it looks like the kind of the map where the activator could potentially be tossed all over the place with no consideration for their mental ability to keep track of people. It does look very interesting. I wonder why Run Ninja is walking so slowly. Some kind of speed reduction. Not running, obviously, so I don't know how that's happening. This is free run, so I don't really see any danger. So what is the point? Why is that section just walking? This looks like it was adapted from those, that kind of hill that was just a bunch of moving platforms that on first glance was really confusing, but after some time spent studying it, actually a really clever trap. Well, maybe that trigger should be turned off in free roam mode because it doesn't really have any purpose, does it? It just slows people down unnecessarily. Is that a big ball of turd? Let's try. And I'll go into the lava and its dev textures. Welcome to hell. You don't want to be activated, just switch teams at the start. One thing I'd like to check is if I can still read these things on here when my texture resolution is low. What was it? Matt. Hip. Matt something scale? What was the command that allows you to change the texture resolutions easily? Matt Hip scale or something. Guess it's a free run. So guys, I know that there was a problem in the last version of the map. Or a couple of problems at least. Something like minigame triggers? Does that sound familiar? Oh, it's timed. Okay, well that's pretty good. I think the platform's a little bit hard to see against the walls because they're the same material. Maybe they should be a different material.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm now confused as to whether the red line means the start of a hazard or a blue line means the start of a hazard. Wasn't paying attention earlier. I guess I can kind of assume from this, or assume that start is red, which kind of makes sense because it's danger. We're surfing. Nice, no full damage either, that's pretty nifty. Very nice. Yeah, I've been teleported. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, texture misalignment here. I would put a clip on these tyres so that you could just step up them rather than jumping up. Oh, why is it so difficult to climb on this? It's like there's some light coming in from a wall here. Curious. Oh. Okay, that's useful. It's completely transparent on this side. Yeah, that confirms that the failed to load sound error is from the I hit my head on the on that there. Yeah, if I were you, I'd raise the ceiling, because when you jump, if you hit your head on the ceiling, a little bit annoying. Only have 2 minutes on. Yeah. Oh, it's an invisible wall there. I had no idea. Maybe you should make that visible. Presume there's no motivator. Oh dear, fell off. I think perhaps these platforms are moving too quickly and latency is causing us to slide off because we think that we land on the platform but the server says no. Well, to be fair, players have been conditioned to expect motivators on these gauntlets. We automatically think, oh shit, it's coming for us, you know?
5,
And maybe,
4,
I mean, you have 2 minutes,
2,
kind of makes it,
1.
gives you the impression that they're... Okay, interesting button. Wow, that trap zone is massive. But then again, you could potentially escape the trap. I personally feel, as the activator, that these trap zones are too close together, and so much so that it doesn't give me a lot of time to prepare or to catch up with people and move back and forth. Like, you could be off through the next trap pretty quickly after I've just closed one. I think the traps should be spaced further apart. Also, there's tough security glass ahead, and for some reason it's broken. I mean, the point of having security glass is that it can't be broken, so... Minor detail.
Bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend.
Extremely chunky glass as well. Solid lava, okay. The speed lane is a little bit too close for comfort here. Just a tad, I would say. Make it slightly... make it half the width. It doesn't need to be that wide. And then that would be fine, I think. Oh, that was unexpected. I had no idea that they were up there. I couldn't see them. Maybe you should use the trick where you use a respawn room visualizer so that the reds see your house walls and shit, and I actually see kind of transparent walls. I can't remember if it's possible to... Yes, it is, isn't it? You can use TF glow to put outlines on people. I like this area more as an activator because there's more room and space for me to prepare and shit. But there's a few obstacles that are blocking my vision. Which makes it a bit more difficult to track of them. I really enjoy this music. What do you think, though? Not Woomy clearly knows this map. Like, the texture doesn't tile completely, but because it's so detailed, it's not that noticeable. On the wall back. I think your button placement is okay. I can still see over the top, which is fine. Personally, I prefer the buttons which are kind of larger, are in the front of my view and see through the middle, because they allow me to look anywhere, but still press them. I think this button should be pulled back a little bit, because in order to hit it, I'm standing quite close to it, and that limits my field of vision. But if I was here, for instance, maybe you could pull this corner back and make it like, rather than being a right angle, make it like a beveled edge or something. Flat corner. Then I'd be able to see more. I also find it difficult to see the path, but not a major issue. Yeah, in that house earlier on, what you could do is TF glow entities, give people an outline, whilst they are in there. But you'd have to have one entity per player, so I would like to test if you can avoid spikes in between them, but I don't want to die. Well, if you want me to, you can count me down, and I will press the button on your command. Or I'll do it and I'll let you go. So I'm gonna press the button in 10 seconds. Okay, I'll wait. Oh, the spikes are on the ceiling, okay. Well, let me know. Shall I press the button? Nice one. Good stuff. And the music's just come back as if to say it was holding its breath or something. Whoa, that was unexpected. Oh, that's what that trap does. Oh, that's a shame. I didn't realise it affected that rush. Ah, if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have pressed it so early. I think that could be made clearer. Oh, you died. Okay. I'll wait for you guys at the big ball of turf at the top. I should be able to see the runners here, but I can't, which is fortunate. You could make this more transparent. There's no real reason for it to be opaque. Yeah. I really enjoy the fact that I learned what opaque means, because I can use it all the time now and make myself sound super knowledgeable. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Notice how I get stuck on these buttons. You should clip your buttons, like put a big clip brush over the front of them, the same thickness, so that when I walk past them I don't get stuck on them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin.
Ah, pick mip. That's pick mip. 10. Oh, fantastic. Okay, guys, I can confirm that I've reduced my texture resolution at pick mip 10, and the textures with words on them can still be read, which is fantastic. I feel like I'm playing someone's Game Boy. Oh. I think perhaps the spawn should have an accompanying effect when the AFK killer is enabled, like a red floor at the least. Really good selection of spectator cameras here as well. See a lot of the map. They could be angled downwards slightly, so I can see spectators a bit better. Sorry, players. I don't really need to see as much of the skyline as I am currently. Also, I think spectator cameras, there don't appear to be any in that section that you guys are in down there at the moment. Yeah, unfortunately there's no spec cams down there. No such variable fog enable fog color fog end material maps. The ignite v that might be result of me changing my matte pick mip setting. Ooh, secret room, that's good. Very 16-bit console. Again, talking shit as if I know what I'm talking about. I mean, I did play Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Master. Sorry, Mega Drive. Or Genesis. There were walls. In fact, on the Master System as well, which I think was an 8-bit console. that you could pass through. Whoa, look at that. That was some skill. Slide, obstacle course, spinner, boss fights. X. What's this? Welcome back, pig. Go. Oh, it's a race. A bit unfair with so many players. Because everyone's blocking my line of sight. I don't really see the point in spawning everyone.
Victory.
Ah. It's a course, like, you're only playing against one player. By necessity, that one player only has single width corridor for one player. And yet all of us are forced down this one place, so we are being hindered somewhat.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Putin. Do you have them equipped to soldier pick? Do you have either of your bot killers equipped currently? Ah, very nice. You know what, I think that ornament looks really good on the rocket launcher. Good choice. I do actually quite like surfing now that I kind of understand the basic principle. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh. I chose to stay behind, which is my own fault really. I can't really complain that it's a problem with the map, but there doesn't really seem to be much that actually kind of stops players in their tracks, like anti-rush devices. So let me see if I can find out the details of problems we had in the last playtest. Right back. Slide down, make it to the end to it. Okay. Oh, fuck. Wow, that's very quick. I think maybe
Pyro, calling here.
it should
You can
be
handle this?
slower and easier at the start and then get harder. Like the distance between each obstacle could be longer, or greater rather. And the gaps that you have to avoid should be wider and less extremely placed apart from each other.
Victory.
Because people don't really have the opportunity to kind of learn how to do moves, you know? Don't have an opportunity to practice their technique setting, and because this is arena with so many mini games, there might not be that many opportunities to practice.
5, 4,
Very interesting game though. I don't think I've seen anything like that in a Deathrun game before. Shit. GG. Interesting that this this trap here stops everybody but if you get over it, you have the free pass pretty much to run forward. So you're kind of separating the runners at the same time. You're splitting them apart. But do try and avoid that. Wizzy. Anybody else listening?
Bombs?
Shit.
You want it? It's yours, my friend.
Okay, so only 1,027 edicts on round restart. That's pretty low, so that shouldn't. Well, it was just the minigame's not working. Didn't somebody on Sky All have like an issue too with the map that said it prevented them from putting it on their rotation, or am I thinking?
It's not possible!
Brain. I like Trey. I would say that when I fell down that little hole there, I hit solid ground. And maybe you should teleport people. Teleport them before they hit the ground, so they don't like touch something. Maybe teleport drop. So it kind of breaks the illusion.
Nice barb is ready to lie! Spencer.
Oh, nicely done. If it's possible to just walk through them, not die. Oh, you get pushed up into the fight, so. I wonder if there's a better way to do this. Maybe have like a flat texture, or several layers of flat textures that go over the top of the water, like animated smoke, or animated mist. It looks like the. I mean, it looks okay, like. Perhaps what you could do is increase the number of particles, but reduce their transparency. Sorry, make them more transparent, so they're less obvious. Circle. The only problem is that if you all particle,
Egg.
Small area
Sentry ahead.
should be possible to. Well, just test each game in turn, really. To try and test things. SP something. Oh, is this like a maze? Combat maze. How much health they activate? Not much, it seems. Something that could be.
You did well. 5.
That heavy's a spot.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Later on, after we've tested all the other games, try that again. I can manually trigger activator health scaling, like see what the with health for the activator.
Thanks, mate. Gotta move that gear up.
Take it you guys know. It's they're ducks. That just making noise. I don't recall anybody saying fruit. No evidence of the activation. I don't know what are. And split up. Something like that. Big guns, Batman solid. This is why I advise against training annotations. They just kind of pop up for everyone. Make no sense. Kill or be. Is this the boss?
Oh, it is sad day.
And then the activated path this must go. 4 activated. Run, run. Is there any health anywhere?
Victory.
There's lots of ammo, but there's been health packs. Yeah, ammo is not really good. Crates that we've dropped. I would make the arena larger and have like a couple of small health kits in it.
Begin.
That's good. I'll have to sort that out. Is it an overheal? I can put no clip on somebody. I'll put no clip on. Who wants to be no clipped to go to the end? Okay. Yeah. Got Buddha mode as well, so fly through a trigger, die. Let me know when you're outside the exit. Disable both no clip and Buddha on me. Kill the boss door entity. I don't actually, but I might be able to. Teleport. As long as nobody cheats. Boss door. Okay, I'll just remove that or open it. There you go, I've killed boss door. Oh, I can't see glass texture. Yeah, Jonathan, please change this to block bullets. Glass. Glass vision of the that makes horrible blast noise. Did you go in the corner and jump up in the air and stick in the brushwork? Would it not work? I like this music. This is like a version of that Boss on Neo Noir accepts it's easier to see the lasers because the guide lasers are massive. You can actually see it because version mode. Also gives you more of a chance, it would seem. Quite enjoyable, this. Although the map has now reduced the choices to platforms, so this is actually easier than it was. I wonder if the platform behind was not supposed to be on laser behind it. Or was it? Holy shit. Oh no, you've been front brushed. Nice try. That was enjoyable to watch. Then I had to watch last texture. Hell, how long does it go on? Spent so long in that lasers area. Like,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think maybe the laser part is actually probably the hardest section. Platforming section is. Maybe it should lead with platforming and then go into the laser. Well, if you guys want, I can set the next map to Jay's arcade final.
Good shot, lad.
Hey, Pyro, calling here. This contract just came in.
Just going to check some of the server side console message. I know. 27 ambient generics, 67 full, 142 brush. Quite a lot of things. This bone follower, oh no, 45 for his bone followers. Okay. Bone followers created by dynamic props.
All right, yeah. Heck yeah, heck yeah. All right, heck yeah.
Which have joints and that. For example, character models. They aren't needed at all by the game, so what you should do as a matter of course, anytime you create a dynamic prop, is disable bone followers. So if you intend to fix this or patch it before release, go into Hammer, Entity Property, choose Class Names, look for Prop Dynamic, select the first one, hold Shift, scroll down, select the last one, click the Properties button, be able to edit all the prop dynamics at once, disable bone followers all at once. Or if you know which models are causing them, probably player models, character models, just, go to those specific ones and enable bone follow for them. See, 45 bone followers is 45 evens. That's the equivalent of, say, possibly players server. Your map only has like 1,027 picks, 8 players. It's quite low. On server like Style with full cosmetics, possibly objects like builders, and also they have, I believe, an extra cosmetics. Number of edicts they gate on the server is quite. But in general, it's always good to optimize. Another where you can, instead of using teleport destination or info target as your teleport destination, actually use logic relay. Logic relay is a logic entity, server side only. Does not get transmitted to clients, but therefore it does not need to have an edict to want. So you could replace your teleport destination. But I don't think. I want to see if there's any spectator camera. I don't want to. Motivation still active. One thing I would do is when people go into minigames is disable all the spectator cameras in the map and enable spectator cameras in the minigame area. I believe there's also an input in spectator cameras that allows you for spectators to switch to that one. So you could force them to switch to a spectator camera in the minigame and then disable all the ones in the app. And that would be more convenient for spectators.
Victory.
The demo's a bloody spy!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight!
It seems that people can trigger free run mode before the round's even started. What you should do is lock that button until the round's begun. Because if people can trigger free run mode, they can trigger it and then they can switch back to the runner's side. And somebody takes their place as activator and they can't trigger any of the traps.
How goes the testing?
I've hardly seen the motivator. I think it's a pyro, but it would appear to come quite late.
I want to ask, you know that section you have to surf down to get to the next area? Why does it teleport to it instead of, I don't know, having a different area? Why is it not just connected? Because the area portals?
I don't know. It could be that the map author has kind of gone around on themselves, and if they wanted to do what they... Well, because they built the map in a linear fashion, they've just gone whichever way they felt like it. What they had planned to create might be too large, and it might interfere with something they've already built. So they might be forced to try and teleport people elsewhere. Or it could just be
it would take a while. It could take a while to actually redo a couple sections yourself, so I understand.
If that is the problem, or they could have just planned it like that from the beginning, thinking that that's the best thing to do, because they've seen it in other maps. But there's no technical
But anyways,
reason.
how's the map on difficulty spikes?
Honestly,
is it easier or harder?
my point of view, it's not really that challenging overall.
Besides that airstrafing section at the end. Oh, the airstrafing section looks a little easier.
Yeah, that is pretty good. I like it, but I think it goes a bit too quickly. You're not really given a lot of chance to kind of dodge things. You're kind of thrust into this thing that you might not be familiar with. Have little time to adapt.
So it's bad on difficulty spikes.
Yeah, that one is, I suppose. But overall, I think the traps aren't that difficult. They're all pretty. They start off pretty basic, like don't get caught in the rectangle when the button is pressed. You know.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy the straight surf down, where it's just like a slope. You don't actually have to do anything. It makes me feel like skillful when I just go woo. Plus it's fun, you know.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more of that. Is this an invisible wall? I don't... Yeah, there's. Yeah, if you've got an invisible wall in a spinner, you could mark it somehow.
And it's even slower than my spinner, but I mean, it starts off slow and then it gets faster.
Yeah, always mark your invisible walls in spinners because it lets players know the bounds of their space, so they don't accidentally go crashing into an invisible wall and then they get thrown off. The question is, can the engineers build things?
Oh yeah, they can. They probably can, but I mean, no server has the engineer building mechanic allowed.
Still though,
But
I mean,
you can try it. You can...
love to, but a bit late now. Oh shit, what's happening? Why is it red?
Uh-oh. Why is it
Fuck?
red? Oh, this is a stalemate. Oh, this...
A lot
Pyro,
about
calling
why?
here. I need something
No one
done
dies before that happens is
quietly.
a stalemate option. I would have just made the spinner so fast that no one would be able to survive it, but...
Really pointless actually having a spinner, especially at that speed.
Yeah. Yeah,